Hello and welcome back. We're reading through the Psalms and we're up to Psalm 9. Psalm 9 has a couple characteristics that are worth paying attention to. One of them is that it jumps back and forth between addressing God directly and addressing some sort of human audience. What that was, we don't know. Maybe people gathered in the temple. But one thing I've noticed, there are times, and you'll probably hear my dogs bark at some point during this recording because they've been doing it on and off every time I get close to being finished a version of it. There are times I talk to them and I'm really talking to them. Not that they understand it. And then there are times that I talk to them, but I'm really talking to myself. I wonder whether in the Psalms, when we pray the Psalms, and they should be prayed, whether there aren't things that are said to us by God just by having them brought out of us and put in front of us. For instance, in this psalm, as in many of the psalms, there are pleas that God would wipe out someone's enemies. And it goes beyond simply asking for protection from enemies. It actually asks that not only should they be wiped out, but that the very memories should be destroyed. This psalm and the others put in front of us the whole range of humanity, the whole range of our emotions, the whole range of what we are capable of feeling, things that we might be ashamed of, as well as things that we might be proud of. And all of it is held up in the light of God, so that we look at it and see it for what it is. Let me read this through. Psalm 9. I will give thanks to the Lord with all my heart. I will tell of all your wonders. I will be glad and exult in you. I will sing praise to your name, O Most High. When my enemies turn back, they stumble and perish before you, for you have maintained my just cause. You have sat on the throne judging righteously. You have rebuked the nations. You have destroyed the wicked. You have blotted out their name forever and ever. The enemy has come to an end in perpetual ruins, and you have uprooted the cities. The very memory of them has perished. But the Lord abides forever. He has established his throne for judgment, and he will judge the world in righteousness. He will execute judgment for the peoples with equity. The Lord also will be a stronghold for the oppressed, a stronghold in times of trouble. And those who know your name will put their trust in you. For you, O Lord, have not forsaken those who seek you. Sing praises to the Lord, who dwells in Zion. Declare among the peoples his deeds, for he who requires blood remembers them. He does not forget the cry of the afflicted. Be gracious to me, O Lord. See my affliction from those who hate me. You who lift me up from the gates of death, that I may tell of your praises, that in the gates of the daughter of Zion I may rejoice in your salvation. The nations have sunk down in the pit which they have made. In the net which they hid, their own foot has been caught. The Lord has made himself known. He has executed judgment. In the work of his own hands, the wicked is snared. The wicked will return to Sheol, even all the nations who forget God. For the needy will not always be forgotten, nor the hope of the afflicted perish forever. Arise, O Lord. Do not let man prevail. Let the nations be judged before you. Put them in fear, O Lord. Let the nations know that they are but men. In the description on the YouTube channel, there's a link to some beautiful mosaics about God in judgment. Is it always beautiful? See you tomorrow.